The American Bobtail is a relatively large, stocky cat with a short tail and the look of a real hunter. It is considered the pride of overseas felinologists, but is not widely spread outside of its homeland. And since such an animal is not cheap, it is better for potential owners to familiarize themselves in advance with the main features of the breed. Brief history of the breed. American Bobtails were bred in the USA in the 60s of the last century. The official history of the breed began with a short-tailed tabby cat named Yodi, who was accidentally picked up by the Sanders couple on an Indian reservation in Arizona. They transported the foundling to Iowa, and there he had offspring from a yard cat. The short-tailed babies interested Sanders' neighbors, Mindy Schultz and Charlotte Bentley. One of the grown kittens was crossed with a long-haired color point cat. As a result of this mating, the first true American Bobtails were born. The breed was officially recognized by TICA in 1989. Interesting facts. Despite the youth of the breed, they managed to associate a lot of interesting things with it. American Bobtails are considered very rare even in their historical homeland. At the beginning of the 21st century, only 216 cats of this breed were registered there. According to an unofficial version, Yankee beans appeared as a result of a mutation that happened during the breeding of ragdolls. It is impossible to find two cats of a given breed with the same tails. Even among bobtails from the same litter, they differ in shape, length, and width. Description of the breed, standards and appearance. The American Bobtail is a short-tailed large cat with a strong athletic build. Visually, it resembles a wild predator and matures only by 3 years. The first breed standard was developed in 1970 and has not changed much since then. Dimensions and weight. The American Bobtail is medium to large in size. The weight of an adult cat is 4 to 7 kilograms. Moreover, the males of this breed are noticeably heavier and more massive than females. Anatomical features. According to the current standard, the Yankee Bob must meet the following parameters. The Bobtail's head is shaped like a modified wedge with round outlines, without obvious bulges. The muzzle is short with full cheeks, prominent mustache pads and a wide nose slightly curved towards the bridge of the nose. The eyes are large, almond-shaped, slightly slanted. Their shade may not be in harmony with the color of the cat's coat. The ears of the Yankee Bob are medium in size, wide at the base. They are a continuation of the wedge-shaped head and have rounded tips decorated with fluffy tassels. The body is muscular, moderately long and rectangular. The rib cage is wide and well developed. Legs are strong with large, rounded paws. The tail is short and flexible. Its length is 2.5 to 8 centimeters and the shape can be straight, curved or twisted at the end. Coat color and type. The entire body of a Yankee Bob is covered with thick 2-layer hair. Depending on the length of the American Bobtail is short-haired, long-haired. The latter have increased hairiness in the abdomen, chest, paws and tail. Yankee bean coat color can be any. But the preference is given to wild tabby colors. Most often, the following color options are found in the breed. Cream, red, the black, chocolate, cinnamon, lilac, blue, cake, color point, solid. Possible breed defects. Exterior drawbacks for which the rating at the exhibition will decrease include underdevelopment of the chin, very long or short tail, excessively fluffy coat, fragile, low-set or motionless tail, overly short muzzle, round eyes, lack of fatty deposits on the tip of the straight tail. The number of disqualifying faults, in the presence of which a cat is allowed to exhibitions and breeding, include thin skeleton, no tail, polydactyly. Character and temperament. Yankee Bob is a loving, moderately active and gentle cat, equally attached to all members of the owner's family. He loves big companies and does not tolerate loneliness. The American Bobtail is an inventive cat with developed hunting instincts and a high level of intelligence. She is very curious and observant. Interesting. Cats of this breed were nicknamed Hygiene in cat form. This is because savvy and intelligent Bobtails can easily open a door with a latch, hook or magnetic lock. Breed and children. Yankee Bobs get along well with children, especially if they don't try to offend them. If the baby tries to hurt the short-tailed cat at least once, then the pet will begin to avoid communicating with him in every possible way. Breed and other animals. The Yankee Bob is a relatively peaceful cat breed. The American Bobtail gets along well with other pets, even if it is a giant Saint Bernard. True, the representatives of the breed have pronounced inclinations of a leader and can enter into fights with their relatives. But small animals cause exclusively hunting interest in short-tailed cats. Therefore, in the house where the American Bobtail lives, there should be no small animals like guinea pigs or hamsters. How to choose the right kitten. Purebred kittens are sold only in specialized catteries in North America. When choosing, it is important to make sure that the little Yankee Bob has an international veterinary passport with vaccination marks and a metric confirming its origin. Be sure to pay attention to the conditions of keeping babies and their appearance. A thoroughbred kitten must have short flexible tail, without kinks and large knots, soft, shiny and resilient coat, straight back, brushes on the ears, long hind limbs. The health of a small bobtail can be judged by a soft belly, clear eyes, clean coat and lack of scratching. Kitten care. Conscientious Yankee bean breeders do not transfer kittens to new owners before they are 3 months old. By this age, short-tailed bobtails have time to grow up a little, get stronger and become more independent. Before taking a kitten to a new home, they buy him a dowry. A small bobtail will need a better house, carrying bag, bowls for food and water, tray and filler, toys, hygiene products, scratching post. Important. At first, the little American Bobtail is fed what the breeder gave him. New foods are introduced into the diet of a short-tailed kitten gradually, making sure that they do not cause allergies or indigestion. Care and maintenance. Yankee beans are unpretentious animals that easily adapt to new living conditions. Caring for cats of this breed is reduced to proper feeding and basic hygiene. Taking care of bobtails is not difficult. More obstacles can arise at the very first stage, when it is necessary to acquire a purebred kitten. The thing is that the American Bobtail is quite widespread in America, but it is rare in other regions of the planet. The breeding and reproduction of purebred representatives is still only in the United States. But if, nevertheless, luck smiled and a real American Bobtail settled in the house, then keeping this fluffy miracle will be a simple and pleasant matter. Cats need occasional outdoor walks. But at the same time, it is imperative to keep an eye on them, since the natural instinct for a free life can make itself felt. Long-haired American Bobtails require regular brushing. The house must have a scratching post. Hygienic procedures. To keep the American Bobtail looking neat, it is provided with proper care. The eyes of a short-tailed cat are daily wiped with a piece of natural cloth dipped in warm boiled water. Yankee Bob ears are cleaned once a week. The procedure is carried out in several stages. First, a special agent is instilled into the ear of the bobtail. After a few minutes, it is gently wiped with a cloth made of natural fabric or a cotton pad. The bobtail's teeth are brushed twice a week with a silicone brush and a non-foaming paste. This simple procedure will help remove plaque and prevent stone formation. Hair care. Maintaining the coat of the American Bobtail is a snap. During the molting period, the cat is combed out daily with a slicker or furminator. The rest of the time, the procedure is carried out 2 to 3 times a week. Yankee Bob does not need frequent washing, especially if it is kept in an apartment and is not on the street. Bath procedures for a short-tailed cat are arranged no more than 3 to 4 times a year. An American Bobtail is bathed in a basin of warm water using a special shampoo. After washing, wipe the cat with a towel and, if necessary, dry it with a hairdryer. On a note, the hair of the short-tailed Yankee Bob, which is afraid of water, can be cleaned with dry shampoo or degreasing powder. Tray. A small cramped tray is not suitable for serving the natural needs of large and energetic American Bobtails. These cats will be much more comfortable with a spacious toilet in the form of a closed house. But the type of filler does not really matter. Therefore, you can use the one to which the Yankee Boba was taught by the breeder. Feeding the cat. Good nutrition is the key to the proper development and health of the American Bobtail. Therefore, a short-tailed cat needs to provide a balanced feeding. A complete diet. The American Bobtail cat will not refuse either industrial or natural food. When choosing drying, it is advisable to give preference to super premium or holistic class products, which contain all the necessary nutrients. On a note, a cat eating dry food should have easy access to fresh drinking water. The natural diet for the American Bobtail is formulated to be dominated by lean, fresh meat. Also, the menu of a short-tailed cat must include mashed vegetables, raw quail eggs, dairy products, lean sea fish. On a note, the serving size is calculated so that there is 20 grams of food per 1 kilogram of Yankee bean weight. It is strictly forbidden to give the American Bobtail fresh milk, vegetable proteins, sweets, onion, garlic. Feeding frequency. The kitten eats less and more often than the adult American Bobtail. Therefore, the number of feedings directly depends on the age of the short-tailed pet. Up to 8 weeks 5 to 6 times a day, 2 to 5 months 3 to 4 times a day, from 6 months 2 times a day. It is advisable to feed the American Bobtail at the same time so that the cat gets used to the regime. Vitamins and minerals. With natural feeding, the American Bobtail does not receive all the necessary trace elements. Therefore, twice a year, vitamin and mineral supplements are introduced into the diet. Important. It is worth consulting your veterinarian before giving your bobtail vitamin and mineral supplements. Education and physical activity. American Bobtails are highly intelligent and very intelligent cats, quickly understanding what is required of them. So that the short-tailed pet does not develop bad habits, they begin to educate him immediately after the purchase. The kitten is weaned from damage to the owner's property, games with teeth and scratching. The little kitten is immediately accustomed to the tray and scratching post. Cats of this breed love to be outdoors and quickly get used to a harness with a leash. To maintain muscle tone and healthy joints, Yankee Bobs need not only walking, but also physical activity. To stimulate their hunting skills, short-tailed cats are offered to play with suspenders on a string, fishing rods, bowls or laser pointers. Health and disease propensity. Yankee Bob by nature has good immunity and, with proper care, lives for 14 to 15 years. Despite good heredity, the breed still has a predisposition to certain health problems. Most often, short-tailed Yankee beans are found obesity, diabetes, urolithiasis disease, dysplasia of the hip joints, allergy, vaccinations and antiparasitic treatments. To protect against viral diseases, the American Bobtail is regularly vaccinated with a complex drug that produces immunity. To calcivirosis, panleukopenia, rhinotrachetis, leptospirosis. The first vaccination of a kitten is done at 8 weeks. After 4 weeks, the vaccine is re-administered, but with an anti-rabies component. In the future, a cat of this breed is vaccinated annually. On a note, Bobtails that participate in exhibitions are additionally vaccinated against chlamydia. Before vaccination, a short-tailed cat must be treated from external and internal parasites. First, the Yankee Boba take out fleas with the help of a special shampoo or drops, and after a few days the animal is given pills for worms. When carrying out antiparasitic treatment, the dose of the drug is calculated strictly by the weight of the bobtail. Sterilization and castration. It is advisable to sterilize representatives of the breed not intended for breeding. The operation is performed only on completely healthy animals that have reached puberty. After the surgery, the Yankee Boba is put on a special bandage and given proper care. Pros and cons of the breed. Like any other breed of cats, short-tailed Yankee Bobs have both advantages and disadvantages. Pros. Cleanliness, goodwill towards people and other animals. Quick wits. Cons. Propensity to diseases of the musculoskeletal system. The high cost of kittens. The American Bobtail is an outgoing and friendly cat with an exotic appearance and a developed hunting instinct. The short tail and tassels on the ears make it look like a lynx and add popularity. And even his reputation as a master of escapees, able to get out of a locked room, does not diminish interest in the Yankee Bob. How much does an American Bobtail cost? It costs around $75 to $150 to adopt an American Bobtail. Conversely, it can be prohibitively expensive to buy an American Bobtail from a breeder because this is a rarer breed, so they are usually somewhere in the $600 to $1,200 range.